And welcome to the vlog day 4, an earlier one tonight because we have a very early start in the morning. We're catching an early morning flight to Nuremberg, so trying to get a little bit of sleep. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to actually do something a bit special today. You're not going to have to see my face live. I'm going to show you some footage from today where we headed to the Battle of the Somme and some of the battlefields there. We went first to the Sir John Monash Centre, where they had problems with their Wi-Fi for the first time in 6 years. So that was exciting. We, instead of having kind of an interactive app that you go through and listen with your headphones and all the different exhibits, we had Tim, a friendly Monash tour guide, who took us around and showed us a few places. Very cool little centre there. By far my favourite aspect of that part of the day was they called it an interactive movie, kind of showing what happened with a couple of the different battles. And we're talking smoke effects, strobe, very interactive and kind of enhanced watching and viewing, which was pretty cool. We then had a quick lunch in their conference centre, just kind of next to the cafe area. And midway through our meal of delicious ham and cheese rolls, the alarm went off, which, let me tell you, was the loudest, highest pitch sound I think I've ever had the terror of experiencing. We ran outside and eventually it turned off and we went back inside. Then joined John, our battlefield historian, to a couple of the different battles areas. We learnt all about the Battle of the Somme, kind of where it started, why it started. We went to the Newfoundland Memorial, Beaumont, and it had the highest incidence, highest casualty rate of any of the Allied forces on the first day of the Battle of the Somme, of 86% of the men in that battalion force. So we got to see some trenches still kind of in situ, and John took us through that day. We then went to the next battlefield. We saw on the side of the road an unexploded shell that had been sitting there for 6 weeks, waiting for the official kind of guides to pick it up at some stage. We then travelled to Pozieres, went to another memorial. Towards the end of the day, the weather really turned against us. It had been cold and it had been a little bit rainy. The last 2 places we went to, Pozieres, which was a little disappointing. It was kind of very cold and windy and rainy. So students got out bravely, but didn't spend too long there. The last place we went, which was the crater that's there for the largest amount of explosives that we used on that first day of the Battle of the Somme, it just absolutely pelted down. And a few brave souls got out, and we spent the rest of the trip back saturated. So when we got back to the hotel, students were given free time to go out and grab some dinner in groups. And everyone went out, had a wonderful time, enjoyed themselves immensely, and came back to their rooms for an early night so that we can have an early start tomorrow. So signing off, hopefully you've enjoyed this very quickly, crudely put together presentation. I'm sure there are many videos coming later on, or you're going to have the pleasure of me speaking to you again from Germany tomorrow.